Welcome to Chalkboards to Cash Flow, the podcast for educators and everyday professionals who want to build wealth through real estate without quitting their day job. I'm your host, Michelle, a full-time teacher who started investing in real estate to create more freedom, more security, and a better future for my family. If you've ever felt like your paycheck isn't enough or wondered if someone like you could really invest in property, this show is for you. Each week, we break down real stories, practical tips, and strategies to help you take that first step, even if you're starting small. Let's build something better together. Episode 1. Why teachers need to invest in real estate, even if you think you can't. If you're a teacher who thinks real estate investing is only for the wealthy or people who've already left education, you're wrong. I'm still in the classroom working full-time, and I bought my first rental while grading papers and filling out IEPs. And I'm here to show you why real estate might be the most important lesson you'll ever learn, even if you never thought it was possible. Hey there, I'm Michelle Cavan, and welcome to the first episode of Chalkboards to Cash Flow, the podcast for educators who want more than just a paycheck. I'm a public school educator with over 26 years of experience in special education. I started my career teaching middle school, but after 5 years, I found my home working with K-3 students, and I've been there ever since. I love my job. I work with amazing kids and incredible colleagues, but, and this is a big but, loving your job doesn't mean you're financially secure. I've always been curious about real estate. My parents and grandparents were investors. I remember hearing about their rentals and thinking, that's just something other people do. I'm a teacher. I can't do that. Eventually, I did begin building a portfolio slowly, and I'll tell you more of that story in future episodes. But then life happened. At 44, I found myself divorced. I had no rental properties, no partner to plan with, just me, my teaching job, and about $10,000 in my 403b. For those of you outside of education, a 403b is basically the teacher version of a 401k, and it wasn't going to get me far. That was my wake-up call. I realized I'm 100% responsible for my financial future, and I was basically starting over. Here's the thing, this isn't just my story. The cost of living has skyrocketed over the last 20 years. Housing, healthcare, gas, groceries, everything is more expensive. But teacher salaries? They've barely budged. Today, the average U.S. teacher earns around $61,000. But in many states, that number is under $50K. And that's before taxes, union dues, classroom supplies you pay for out of pocket, and summer months with no paycheck. That's why so many of us are working 2 to 3 side hustles, tutoring after school, coaching sports, or working summer jobs just to keep up. That's when I started thinking seriously about real estate again. Because real estate has the power to create what I call a summer paycheck. Rental income that comes in even when you're not working. It builds wealth while you teach because your tenants are paying down your mortgage while your property value increases. But more than anything, it gave me mental and emotional freedom. I wasn't going to be 100% dependent on a W-2 job for the rest of my life. And I want that for every teacher listening. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's great for you, but I don't have the money. I don't know where to start. I'm not a risk taker. Listen, I've been there. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have everything figured out. And you definitely don't need to quit your job. You just need to take one small step. That's what Chalkboards to Cash Flow is all about. In future episodes, I'll walk you through everything. How to fund your first deal, how to analyze a property, how to hear from other teachers doing the same thing, because if I can do it, you can too. If this episode hit home, I want to invite you to join our free Facebook community, Chalkboards to Cash Flow. It's a space for educators who are building wealth together, one rental, one step, one mindset shift at a time. And if you want more tips and behind-the-scenes stories, follow us on Instagram at Chalkboards to Cash Flow. I'm so glad you're here. Let's do this together. Bye. Thanks for listening to Chalkboards to Cash Flow, where we turn real estate dreams into real-life wins for teachers and everyday investors. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident or inspired, make sure to follow, leave a review, and share with a friend. And don't forget to join our free Facebook group, Chalkboards to Cash Flow, where we support each other every step of the way. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. And remember, you don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start.